Hey guys, we're doing another gameplay video. Today we're going to be doing the Fang Mirror, which I know is probably an exciting one. Into this matchup, I normally always take out Tooth of the Dragon. I just don't like it being a non-block in the deck, where we're trying to play like a value game plan. I think we're pretty comfortable swinging here. Honestly, I think I'm pretty okay with like just trying to get over and mark him. I'm sure we might have been able to push damage there, but low-key it's kind of okay if we just kind of play a slow, simple game. So what I'm thinking here is that I'm probably just gonna like block with a couple cards here, play for the Drakai, arsenal a card, or keep shelter in my arsenal. I'm not really sure on exactly what I'm gonna do yet. I'm just kind of waiting on him. Oh wait, whoops. I didn't notice that he attacked though. I'm kind of stupid. I'm thinking I probably want to keep Relentless as long as possible, just because it's like a free mark, you know? I'm gonna try and stop the on hit here. I'll probably pump it to 4. Interesting. So yeah, we're like pretty okay with taking 2 here actually. Doesn't really have any downside for us. And just so we can stop 7, I think we're gonna block with the Relentless. Interesting again. It's fine, we'll just play the shelter. We don't want to take an extra 2 here for no reason. Just gonna arsenal the Blaze Headlong here. Have it act as a chain starter if we need it. And also just have it in case we want to block out and just swing Blaze Headlong. I'm feeling pretty comfortable here, to be honest. Smoke out, that's pretty good. But luckily we still seem to be on track for making our second fealty here. This is a nice turn, I think. I mean, I've already marked, so I'm not quite sure why he played cut from the cloth there. Maybe he doesn't really have much to do, but I probably would have played that after I swung the first attack, personally. But I'm not him, so I would not know. gonna unmark me. Only make his second fealty. He already played a pledge. So I'm feeling pretty good here. I'm actually going to hopefully mark him and then play Blaze headlong into the second dagger. Maybe I won't even have to pay for the second dagger using Tunic if things go accordingly. It should just be like fairly reasonable to expect that I can just go Fire and Brimstone into Scar Tissue here, but I guess we'll see. Yeah, that makes sense. In all seriousness, it wasn't the greatest hand. I think we're just gonna pass on that. It's kind of a waste of a Fire and Brimstone, but like, what can you do, you know? I'd rather save the Blaze headlong for when it matters. Got another cut from the same cloth. He still has to pay for his dagger though, so I'm probably just gonna block 5 here. Me personally, I don't really like cut from the same cloth. It's just like, if this is just like a Draconic card, he just gets to like play it out. But like now, he actually can't even keep his fealty. Yeah, he's forced to play Tooth of the Claw, or Tooth of the Dragon right there, and kind of like waste his whole turn, unfortunately. It's kind of it's definitely a huge misplay from him there, but what I'm thinking here is that like, I can play Searing Gaze threatening the Sworn Vengeance trigger, and then worst case, like if he blocks it out, I can just play Relentless Pursuit and make the Blaze headlong and the second dagger come in for a threatening on hit of turning myself online anyway. So I feel pretty comfortable here. Interestingly enough, he's not blocking for 7, even though he knows that I have the Searing Gaze. It's probably a little incorrect. I'd probably put like the Flight Pass on it personally, but so oh wait, whoops, I don't need Tunic. I think Bracers into Headlong here is nice because then we get to threaten the Obsidian Fire Vein for the second link. Now technically it doesn't matter because he knows our hand, but it's still a nice practice to get in the habit of doing, because this will turn on like your Searing Gazes, your Affirm Loyalties, and all of that. Your Blistering Blades. We're gonna keep the Relentless Pursuit here, hoping to like draw into like a Savor Bloodshed or a Hunt from the Enza Wraith. And so, kind of like we expected, here's our Savor Bloodshed, lining up nicely with our Relentless Pursuit. We're actually gonna Kabuto here, because on his turn, he's actually very likely to just Kabuto back. And we're actually super okay with like just playing Savor Relentless and We're gonna not let him get online this turn, actually. But like I was saying earlier, we're super okay with just like swinging Fire Vein for 6 into March of Loyalty if he Kabuto's us back and punish his Kabuto. Admittedly, my Kabuto didn't really do much, but how can I know that? He might not even block around Pledge Fealty, like he might block even higher or less than, assuming that he can't actually stop it anyway, which would be really nice for us. But yeah, we're like really baiting his Kabuto here because we're telling him that we're playing a saver with our daggers free right now, and we still have the March of Loyalty to punish him for it. This guy's actually playing quite slowly. I'm not really sure what he's doing. Wasn't sure if he quit on us there. I can understand how this would definitely take some thought. Yeah, so this is kind of what we were expecting. He not only overblocks it, but he plays Kabuto here. And so we're actually just gonna like punish him pretty heavy. Playing our March anyway. It's really nice, we're on 5 fealty now. And this hand is perfect. Basically every decision that he... so he's online. We're just gonna let him take away the mark so he can't play like a saver or anything next turn. And from here, we kind of just have the tempo lead. He does have the boots, but I don't think that's going to be an issue for us. If he ever decides to block with a card, I'm going to immediately provoke him, taking another card. And if he doesn't block with cards, then I'm just going to swing raw damage. So no matter what he does here, he's kind of screwed. Interesting. Blocking 5 on the first one. That's gonna really hurt him here, I'm not gonna lie. Provoke is gonna absolutely destroy him right now. Having a block like effectively 8 on 2 is just absolutely crushing. Especially when we have 4-4-4 coming afterwards. We're gonna, oh wait, not headlong, sorry. We're gonna go like long whisker for additional attack and buff into Blaze Headlong into Affirm Loyalty here. Just cause like we already took the card out of his hand, so this is the turn where we're gonna really want to push damage. And so like now we have a 15 life lead. This is really nice. The odds of him swinging a red attack here are fairly high. He did block with a Rabble and a Pursue, so maybe they're not as high as I'd like, but worst case we can always just send a D-React here. Oh nice, he has the Hunt's End. I think that is enough to make me block with one of my smokeouts, because I can't guarantee that the second time will be beneficial. Okay, Searing Gaze is like that's fine, he's gonna mark me, it's like not that big of a deal. Here's that red attack that we figured was coming through. I'm actually gonna let him hit me so he can take the mark away, so he can't get a saver of his own. And yeah, it just made sense that if he was already blocking with 2 red cards, especially Pursuit of the Edge, like this is such a nice card to end on. It just makes sense that he has a For the Drukai there to end with. And so right now he's probably thinking like, okay, I'm down 7 life. He's swinging at me for at least 5 right now. And it's a saver. And unfortunately he runs a lot of 2 blocks, which is, in my opinion, not that good. I personally don't like Ravenous Rabble for this exact reason. It's just like, it's really hard to do tempo with. And I mean, specifically like, blocking for 7 is like never the right answer. Blocking for 8 here is always the correct answer. Oh nice. We draw into a Blistering. And he can't really afford to block this here, so we're just gonna get free damage. Yeah, we're just gonna like Dynamos. Okay, he's gonna play Pledge Fealty. His turns are like really bad right now, to be quite frank. He's probably just gonna play, oh wow, another Pledge Fealty. That's really rough for him. So we're just gonna like play Sink Below. Oh yeah, and this is most likely gonna try and be our kill turn. This is the turn where he doesn't get to play the game afterwards anymore. Because like, I can play Oath into both of these and still be comfortably on 4 fealties. And probably mark him at the end of the turn. And so like, I just don't see a world where he's able to come back from this. I mean, that's what happens when you run a bunch of 2 blocks and stuff like that. He's just taking extra damage that he doesn't have to. gonna swing 4. And then we're gonna swing 4 again. And then we're gonna swing 7. It's like, damn, 3 card 15 is actually kind of ridiculous. I mean, like, what can he do here? So, I mean, he's running cards like Twist and Turn, which are, and Pursue and Ravenous, which are like all relatively good cards. Same with Cut. It's just like, oh yeah, he knows it's over. It's unfortunate, but... Oh, and I mean, our next turn is double Affirm, double Hansand. Unfortunately, there was just 0 coming back from that for him. So hopefully you guys enjoy this gameplay. I know the mirror can be a little tough, but hopefully you can see some insights here.